press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hi everyone. In the previous session, we were discussing about the species area relationship and importance of species diversity to the ecosystem. So in that we discussed the Rivett-Popper hypothesis, right? So in this session, we talk about loss of biodiversity. Till now, we were talking about the species diversity. That means such a vast biodiversity is present on the earth, right? So there are so many millions and millions of plants and animal species and even microorganisms are existing on the earth, right? So various scientists, they have given their estimation regarding total number of species, right? For example, see, according to Robert May, so he estimated that there will be a total of 7 million species. Okay, and also according to IUCN. So according to IUCN, what does IUCN stands for? International Union of Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources, right? So according to IUCN, that estimation is the total number of known plants and animal species. That means total number of species that have been discovered and described, right? So that is a little more than 1.5 million species, right? So we talked about biodiversity, richest biodiversity of India and as well as the globe, right? So but important thing is also we have to concentrate here is, even though there is a vast biodiversity, so it is because of natural calamities or because of human intervention, human activities. So many species of plants and animals are becoming extinct. Okay, so many species of plants and animals that have become extinct, and still many of them are facing a threat of extinction. It is mainly because of human activities. So the biological wealth is declining day by day. Okay, so one of the main reason for this is human activities. Okay, so species diversity is going to decline. It is declining at an alarming rate, right? So it is going to decline in the future. So most of the plants and animal species, so they are already become extinct, right? So still many species of plants and animals are going to become extinct in the future. It is because of human activities, right? So loss of biodiversity. So loss of biodiversity. So why it's happening? Loss of biodiversity, it is mainly caused by extinction of a species. What exactly the meaning of extinction? So loss of biodiversity is due to the extinction. Okay, it is due to the extinction of a species. So extinction, it is nothing but it is a complete elimination. Okay, so it is the complete elimination or dying out of the species from the earth. Okay, it is complete elimination of species from the earth. Okay, so that is called as what? Extinction. So many species of plants and animals, so many number of species have become extinct and also facing the threat of extinction. Okay, so loss of biodiversity, it is because of extinction of a species. Okay, so extinction means what here? It is the complete elimination. It is the complete elimination or disappearance of species. So complete elimination or disappearance of species from the earth is called as what? Extinction. Okay, so it is due to the extinction of species. So biodiversity is it is declining day by day. Okay. So in extinction, there are three different types of extinctions are there. So let us discuss the types of extinction. Types of extinction. So loss of biodiversity is due to extinction of a species. What exactly the extinction? It is the complete elimination or a disappearance of a species from the earth. Okay, see for example you take dinosaurs. Okay, so the dinosaurs were lived once, right? So they were lived long before, they were lived once, but but today the dinosaur species, they are not there, right? So we can say that the dinosaurs are the extinct animals, right? So extinct meaning what here? Extinct meaning what here? So the complete elimination or disappearance of species from the earth is called as what? Extinction. Okay, so dinosaurs are the extinct animals on the earth today, right? So in extinction there are three different types of extinctions are there. The first one is natural extinction. Natural extinction. The second one is natural extinction, mass extinction, and the third one is anthropogenic extinction. So there are three different types of extinctions, right? One is the natural extinction, another one is mass extinction, and the third one is anthropogenic extinction. So what is meant by a natural extinction? See, a natural extinction, it is nothing but so we'll discuss one by one. Natural extinction. Natural extinction. See, natural extinction means it is the extinction of a species. It is the extinction of species. It is the extinction of a species from the earth. Extinction of species from the earth slowly. Extinction of species from the earth slowly because due to change in environmental conditions. So what exactly the natural extinction here? So it is the extinction of a species from the earth slowly due to a change in environmental conditions. So here the species has lost, okay. So the loss of species is not a recent one, okay. So the loss of species which occurred in the geological past, okay, are slowly, the extinction has occurred slowly, okay. So it is the extinction of a species from the earth slowly due to change in environmental conditions. So the main reason for the extinction, okay, natural extinction is change in environmental conditions. Okay, so some species or some organisms or some living organisms, so they are able to adapt to the changed environmental conditions, right? But some organisms, they fail to adapt to the changing environmental conditions. Okay, so those organisms which fail to adapt to the changed environmental conditions, so they die. Okay, so they become extinct. But those organisms which are able to adapt to the changed environmental conditions, they will survive. So they can survive, no? So those species, those organisms who adapt, so they will survive. So they take their place. So here natural extinction means what? It is the extinction of species from the earth slowly. Okay, it has not occurred all of a sudden, so but it occurs slowly due to a change in environmental conditions. So that is what a natural extinction. See here, one thing important here is, so the species which have lost due to natural extinction, no, so they are always replaced by the new forms. Because here some organisms who fail to adapt, they will die, they become extinct. But those organisms who will survive, no, who are able to adapt to the changed environmental conditions, no, they will take their place. Okay, so here in this natural extinction, the species which are lost due to a natural extinction, so they are always replaced by the new forms. Okay, so did you understand this natural extinction? So here that means natural extinction, the loss of species that occurred in the geological past slowly, okay, due to the environmental conditions. Okay, so many species have lost from the geological time. Okay, so it is because of natural extinction. So this is what natural extinction, which occurs slowly due to a change in environmental conditions. Now one more extinction is mass extinction. Mass extinction. So what is meant by a mass extinction? It is the mass extinction. So it is nothing but what? Here the extinction occurred slowly, no? So but here mass extinction, it is mainly because of catastrophe. That means so the extinction had occurred because of some unusual events that happened in the nature, like volcanic eruptions, or it may be a asteroid impact, okay, or it may be glaciations that occurred in the past. So because of such unusual things that happened in the nature, no, so that had destroyed millions of plants and animal species on a large scale. Okay, so that is what mass extinction. So can we define mass extinction here? So it is the dying of it is the dying of or extermination of. It is the dying of or extermination of. Extermination is elimination of a large number of. Is the dying of or extermination of large number of species. Large number of species. The main reason for this is the large number of species due to catastrophe. So that means what? Catastrophe, that means unusual events that happen in the nature, like those natural calamities like volcanic eruptions, or it may be a asteroid impact, or it may be that glaciations, as I said, glaciations that occurred in the past. So that had destroyed a large number of species in the geological past. Okay, so that is what the mass extinction. So mass extinction means what here? So it is the dying of or the extermination of large number of species due to the unusual events or due to a catastrophe. Understood here? So since from the past more than 3 billion years ago, more than 3 billion years ago, since the life on the earth originated and diversified. So since from the origin and the diversification of life on the earth till date, that means till now, 5 mass extinctions. So till date, since from the origin of life and diversification of life on the earth till date, how many mass extinctions occurred? So here 5 mass extinctions have occurred on the earth. So since from the past, okay, so from the origin of life and as well as the diversification of life, so till date, so 5, how many mass extinctions have occurred? So 5 mass extinctions have occurred. So Earth has experienced the 5 mass extinctions. So these 5 mass extinctions what occurred in the past now, so that is because of catastrophe, that is because of unusual events. See what present biodiversity crisis is today no. So some scientists they are telling that what the present biodiversity crisis no. So that is the start of a 6th mass extinction. So 6th mass because so many species are declining at an alarming rate now also. Okay. So this is because of human activities. So many species are declining at an alarming rate. So nearly tropical forests no. The tropical forests they are losing 2 to 5 species per hour. Imagine the rate of extinction. So the tropical forests are losing 2 to 5 species per hour. So the species diversity is declining very rapidly at an alarming rate. Okay, so what they are saying that some scientists they are saying that so what the present biodiversity crisis no, so that species so many species are becoming extinct no, so that is the start of 5 mass extinctions already occurred in the past. Okay, so what is happening now? What present biodiversity we are losing? So that is the start of the 6th mass extinction. Okay, so here 6th mass extinction it is presently going on because we are losing a species day by day we are losing so many species, right? So this 6th mass extinction no, 6th mass extinction it is different from, so 6th mass extinction what present in progress, unless we take care of the species of our environment. So in the very near future we are going to lose many of the species, nearly half of the species on the earth will destroy. Okay, so here coming to the point, a 6th mass extinction. Okay, so it is different from the earlier what happened, 5 mass extinctions happened in the earlier no. So this 6th mass extinction that is different from this 5 mass extinctions that have occurred last before. Okay, so here in what way it is different from those? So here it is because of 6th mass extinction is going to happen because of human activities here. Because of human activities. So what mass extinctions that are already occurred in the past no. So some of the extinctions no. So they were all were that were occurred before the existence of human beings on the earth. Okay. So here 6th mass extinction. So here there is in 6th mass extinction there is a greater involvement of human beings. So because of human activities, so many species are becoming they are facing the threat of extinction, right? So human activities in the sense you can imagine like over exploitation, hunting, okay, deforestation, urbanization, okay, and also habitat fragmentation, destruction of habitat, okay. So all these human activities has caused a greater impact. It has caused a greater impact on the biodiversity. So biodiversity is declining at a very alarming rate. So one way it is different from those earlier happened, mass extinctions happened. So here there is an involvement of human beings. So it is because of human activities are one thing. And when it comes to the rate of extinction, so when you compare the rate of extinction in the earlier and now, nearly the rate of extinction is 100 to 1,000 times, 100 to 1,000 times faster, 100 to 1,000 times faster. The rate of extinction is 100 to 1,000 times faster than the pre-human times. So in these two, that is human activities and in the rate of extinction, so the sixth mass extinction, it is different from the 5 mass extinctions that already happened. Understood? So as I said, nearly 2 to 5 that species are we going to 2 to 5 species, no? So we are the tropical forest, so they are the forests are losing 2 to 5 species per an hour. Okay, if this present rate of extinction continues, if the species diversity decline, okay, so if the rapid rate of extinction continues, so some ecologists they say that so in 100 years, within 100 years, we are going to lose nearly half of the total number of species present on the earth. So what total number of species present on the earth? So we in the total number of species, we are going to lose half of the total number of species. Half of the species are going to become extinct in the future, that is in the within the 100 years. So if the present rate of extinction continues, so what happens? So there are some ecologists, they have warned that so within 100 years, half of the biodiversity is going to become extinct. Understood? So this is what a mass extinction. So mass extinction, it is nothing but what? It is the dying of or extermination of large number of species due to unusual events. So this is what mass extinction. And one more extinction is there, that is one more extinction, that is anthropogenic extinction. So you can guess what is anthropogenic extinction. So anthropogenic extinction, it is because of what? Human activities. Okay, anthropogenic. So here there is the involvement of, so biodiversity is declining and the number of species are becoming extinct, okay, and also facing the threat of the already most of the species have already become extinct, and some species are facing the threat of extinction. It is because of human activities. Okay, so anthropogenic extinction means what? It is the extermination of species, extermination of species caused by so caused directly or indirectly by, caused directly or indirectly by human activities, So as I said, human activities, destroying of forests, urbanization, mining, deforestation, hunting of animals, okay, so all these things, okay, so all these human activities, so the number of species are going to number of species are declining day by day, okay, so the number of species are becoming they are going to become they already become extinct and they are going to become extinct in the future because of human activities. So here we can say anthropogenic extinction is because of what? Human activities. So it is because of human activities the species are going to become extinct. Okay, so it is the extermination of a species caused directly or indirectly by the human activities. So that is what the anthropogenic extinction. So we will come to know the three types of extinction, right? One is natural extinction, okay, that caused due to change in the environmental conditions. That so the type of that extinction which occur slowly, and one more is the mass extinction. So that is the extinction of a species, large number of that extinction of large number of species due to a catastrophe. Okay, and that is what mass extinction. And anthropogenic extinction is the extinction of species due to human activity. So that is what the anthropogenic extinction. So I will give one example for anthropogenic extinction. See, for example, so this is the example which is given in your NCERT. Colonization of Pacific tropical Pacific islands by humans. So colonization of tropical Pacific islands by human beings resulted in the extinction of 2000 species of native birds. So because of human settlement, colonization, because of human settlement in the tropical Pacific islands, so the total number of birds, the 2000, nearly 2000 species of birds have become extinct. So those 2000 species of birds that are lived in that islands, so they have become extinct due to the human settlement, okay, in the tropical Pacific islands. So colonization of tropical Pacific islands by humans caused the extinction of 2000 species of native birds. So this is an example for anthropogenic extinction, because so this extinction of this bird species occurred because of colonization, because of the human settlement. So that is an example for anthropogenic extinction. Okay, so you understood this much clearly? Okay, next we will move on to the next concept. So IUCN. So IUCN it stands for what? International Union of Conservation of Nature and the Natural Resources. Okay, so it has its headquarters in Switzerland. So this IUCN it maintains a red data book. IUCN maintains a red data book. So what is this red data book? It is also called as a red list. So what is this red data book or a red list? So this red list or red data book is nothing but a catalog. It's like a catalog. So which contains the list of threatened species. So which contains a list of threatened species. So threatened species means what? So threatened species means what? So here any species of plants or animals. So any species of plants or animals so that are likely to become extinct in the near future unless we take care of them. Okay, so if we are not provided them with a proper habitat, if they are not provided with a proper habitat, and also sufficient food and also protection. If they are not provided with food, proper habitat and protection, so those species, they are likely going to become extinct in the near future. Okay, so those species which are likely to become extinct in the near future unless we take care of them, those species are called as what? A threatened species, right? So IUCN it maintained a red data book. So red data book it is a catalog. So what is there in that catalog? So it is just a list of some threatened species of plants and animals. Okay, so this red list has 8 categories. 8 categories of species. So the species are categorized into 8 different categories. So let us see which are the different categories. Extinct. Extinct. What is the exact meaning of extinct here? A taxon has been completely eliminated or died out from the earth. So died out from the earth. So that is said to be extinct. So what is exactly the extinct here? A taxon. So taxon means what? So it is any rank in a taxonomical hierarchy, right? So it may be either a species, either it may be a genus, a class, like that. Okay. So a taxon has been completely eliminated or died out from the earth. Okay, so those that we can say that extinct. As I said, I give some example of dinosaurs. So we can dinosaurs, their entire population has eliminated, right? So now the dinosaurs are not there. Their entire population has been eliminated from the earth. Their entire population died out. Okay, so that those we can say that the dinosaurs are the extinct animals, right? So here the extinct means what? A taxon has been completely eliminated from the earth. Completely eliminated or died out from the earth is said to be what? Extinct. Understood clearly? Then next one is, this is one category. Okay, so like that, one more is extinct in the wild. Extinct in the wild. So here extinct in the wild means a taxon I write here. A taxon is absent. A taxon is absent in any of its natural or expected habitat. Expected habitat in the wild. In the wild. So extinct in the wild means what here? So here extinct is complete elimination. Okay. So here extinct in the wild. So what is the difference between extinct and extinct in the wild? See here, a taxon is absent in its natural habitat. So a taxon is extinct, okay, it's completely absent or completely eliminated or extinct in its natural or expected habitat in the wild. okay, but present in captivity. But present in captivity. So captivity means what? It is held by a human to prevent escape. Okay, so that we can set that we said to be in captivity, right? Okay, so here a taxon is said to be completely absent or extinct in the wild, but they are present in captivity. Okay, so captivity in the sense you can take an example of zoo, okay, botanical gardens or farms. Okay, so they are present in captivity, but they are extinct in the natural or expected habitat in the wild. So a taxon is seen only in the captivity, but absent or completely absent or extinct in the wild is said to be extinct in the wild. So here extinct in the sense here the taxon is completely absent. Okay, it is completely extinct both in the wild and as well as in captivity also. That is what extinct. But here extinct in the wild means the species. What are the plant or animal species, they are present only in the captivity but extinct in the wild. Okay, so that is what extinct in the wild. Then next is one more category, that is critically endangered. Critically endangered. So critically endangered means a taxon is facing extremely high risk. A taxon is facing extremely high risk of extinction. A taxon is facing extremely high risk of extinction in an immediate future. In an immediate future. So, what exactly the critically endangered here? A taxon is facing extremely high risk. You have to note down extremely high risk. Okay, a taxon is facing an extremely high risk of extinction in a very immediate future. Okay, so the plants and animal, if we do not take care, okay, if you not take care, so what happens, those plants and animal species, the critically endangered species I am talking about, so unless we take care, so they are going to become extinct at any moment in a very immediate future. Okay, so they are going to become extinct at any moment in a immediate future unless we take care of them. Okay, so those species are called as what? Critically endangered species. So what is critically endangered here? A taxon is facing extremely high risk of extinction, okay, in an immediate future. So that is called as what? Critically endangered. So extinct is absent both in wild and captivity. Extinct in the wild is absent in the wild but present in the captivity, and critically endangered here is it is facing extremely high risk of extinction. So in the wild, I have to add wild here, high risk of extinction in the wild. Okay, so the species which are facing the extremely high risk of extinction in the wild in an immediate future. So in an immediate future, that is what? The critically endangered. Then one more category is endangered. What exactly the endangered? So here extremely and immediate. So you can define endangered as a taxon is facing a high risk of extinction in the wild, not extremely, If they are facing extremely high risk, it will become critically endangered. But we are talking about only endangered. Okay, so a taxon is facing a high risk of, we removed extremely here. Okay, high risk of so a taxon is facing a high risk of extinction in the wild, not in an immediate future but near future, a little longer. Okay, in the near future. So here the extinction of species may occur, okay, at any moment in the immediate future, very immediate future. But here endangered is a taxon is facing, they are also facing a high risk of extinction but not that much. Okay, so endangered means a taxon is facing a high risk of extinction in the wild in a near future, not in an immediate future but not in the near future. Okay, so that is what endangered. So we come to know what is extinct. So what are extinct species, what are extinct in the wild, what are critically endangered, and what are endangered, right? So remaining and the remaining so endangered, and one more category is vulnerable. So one more category is vulnerable. So vulnerable means, so here a taxon is said to be vulnerable because a taxon is said to be vulnerable because a taxon is also facing high risk of extinction in medium term future. So you have to remember, in critically endangered, there is a extremely high risk of extinction in the very immediate future. In endangered, there is a high risk of extinction in the near future. In vulnerable, a taxon is here also, the species are facing a threat of extinction, high risk of extinction, but in the medium term future. Okay, so vulnerable means what? A taxon facing high risk of extinction in a medium term future. So that is what a vulnerable. So when the species are evaluated, okay, so when the species are evaluated, they cannot place those species either in a endangered, they do not, the species which do not fall either in a critically endangered or in a endangered, so they will come under this category, okay, that is vulnerable. So the species which do not comes under, they are also facing a high risk of extinction, okay, but they are not placed, okay, they do not come under a critically endangered or endangered, so they will come under vulnerable. So vulnerable means what? A taxon facing a high risk of extinction in a medium term future. So that is what a vulnerable. And one more thing is low risk. One more category, that is low risk. So low risk means a taxon facing not high risk of extinction but a low risk of extinction. So if we care these species, okay, so again their number will recover, okay. So a taxon facing a low risk of extinction is said to be a low risk. So when these species are evaluated for risk of extinction, so they will not come under, so they will not belong to any of the above categories we discussed, that it will not belong to, it will not come under that is critically endangered, neither critically endangered nor endangered or vulnerable, but they are also facing some little bit risk of extinction. So but if we care them, if we take care of those species, so definitely their number will going to be that balanced, okay, their number will be that increased, okay, so the number will be recovered if we care them, okay. That is what a low risk. Low risk means a taxon facing a low risk of extinction. And one more is data deficient. Data deficient. See, data deficient means a taxon is said to be a data deficient if there is inadequate information. If there is inadequate information for, so inadequate information to make a direct or indirect assessment. So data deficient means what? Inadequate information to make a direct or indirect assessment of its risk of extinction. So that is said to be data deficient. See, when the species are evaluated, when the species are assessed of its risk of extinction, so if the data will not be sufficient, okay, so data deficient means what? There is no sufficient data available to place these species in any of the categories, okay. To place any of the categories, if data, what data available, no, if that data is not sufficient, so that they will not fall under any of the category, okay. So data deficient means what? Inadequate. So taxon is said to be data deficient if inadequate information, okay, if sufficient information is not available to make a direct or indirect assessment of its risk of extinction. So that is those will come under those species. If information not complete information available about them, so they will regarding the risk of extinction, so they will fall under those species are included under this category, data deficient. So that means what? Inadequate information to make a direct or indirect assessment of its risk of extinction. So that is what? Data deficient. And one more, last one is not evaluated. Not evaluated. What is the meaning of not evaluated? As the name itself says, no? So those species which are not yet evaluated for the risk of extinction are said to be not evaluated. So a taxon not evaluated, for the risk of extinction, what is said to be not evaluated. That means a taxon are not yet evaluated for the risk of extinction. So those species, no, they will include under not evaluated. So like this, the red list has 8 categories of species. Okay, so like extinct species, then extinct in the wild, and critically endangered, vulnerable, and low risk, data deficient, and not evaluated. Okay, so this red list contains 8 categories of species. Okay, so you will come to know what exactly extinct and extinct species, what exactly the endangered species, what exactly the meaning of critically endangered, vulnerable, low risk. Okay, so understood clearly this much? Okay, then next is again, according to the IUCN Red List, documents, according to IUCN Red List documents in the year 2004. So the number of about 784 species have become extinct in the last 500 years. So according to the Red List document, IUCN Red List document, which was in the year 2004. So according to it, there are in the last 500 years, nearly about 784 species have become extinct, have been lost in the environment. Okay, in that, so 338 are vertebrates. So 338 species are vertebrates, and 359 species are invertebrates, and 87 are the plant species. 87 are the plant species. So this is the Red List document in the year 2004 according to IUCN. So there are nearly 784 species have become extinct in the last 500 years. So in those species, 338 species are vertebrates. 338 species belongs to vertebrates, 359 species belongs to invertebrates, and 87 species are the plant species. Okay, so then, so let us see the examples for recent, very important recent extinctions. So this is very, very important both for board and as well as for competitive exam. The examples of recent extinctions. Okay. So the important recent extinctions. Important recent extinctions. Examples. Let us see the examples. So very, very important, you have to remember this dodo. So it is one of the recently extincted bird. It was a flightless bird of Mauritius. Dodo. It was a flightless bird found in Mauritius. So it has become extinct recently. A dodo and quagga. It belongs to South Africa. So it is a quagga. It belongs to a zebra species. Belongs to the South Africa. One more is thylacine. It belongs to, so this is one of the largest carnivore marsupial of modern times. So this thylacine was found in Australia. So quagga is a zebra species. Okay, it was found in South America, and the thylacine, it was found in Australia, and Steller's sea cow belongs to, it was found in Russia. Steller's sea cow, it was found in Russia, and lastly the three subspecies of tiger. That includes three subspecies: Bali, Javan, and Caspian. Bali, Javan, and Caspian. These are the three subspecies of tiger. So these are the examples for what? Recent extinctions, important recent extinctions. So you have to remember, it's very important both for competitive and as well as for board exam. Okay. So let us see dodo. It was a flightless bird. It was found in Mauritius. Quagga. So it is a type of zebra species. It was found in South Africa. And the thylacine. So it was the largest carnivore of modern times. So that was found in Australia. And Steller secau. It belongs to Russia, and 3 subspecies of tiger like Bali, Javan and Caspian. Okay, so Bali, Javan and Caspian. Okay, so understood clearly? So these are the examples for important recent extinctions. So you please copy the examples: dodo, quagga, thylacine, Steller's secau and 3 subspecies of tiger, that is Bali, Javan and Caspian. Okay, then next. So at present, there are 15,500 species. 15,500 species are facing the threat of extinction throughout the world. Worldwide, at present, worldwide, about 15,500 species are facing the threat of extinction. So that the 12%, so 12% of all are bird species. 12% of all are 12% of all are bird species. So this is at present, so these many species are facing the threat of extinction. That means 15,500 species are facing the threat of extinction. So in that the 12% of all bird species, okay, and 23% of all mammalian species, mammal species, and 32% of amphibian species, 32% of amphibian species, and 31% of all gymnosperm, species. Okay. So 12% of 15,500 species are facing a threat of extinction now at present globally, worldwide. So among that 12% of all bird species, 23% of all mammal species, and 32% of all amphibian species, and 31% of all gymnosperm species. Okay. All of you understood, students? Clearly understood, all of you? Okay then. So what we discussed today? So loss of biodiversity, in that we discussed 3 different types of extinction: natural extinction, mass extinction, and one more is anthropogenic extinction, and 8 categories, the red list. Okay, so that contains 8 categories of species, no, that we discussed. Okay, and the recent extinctions, important recent extinctions that we discussed. So please remember the points. Okay, thank you.